Hello, Sereno. Welcome back to another episode of the Sereno Insider Podcast. My name is Victor, and I am your host. I have a great guest lined up for you today. But before we get started, if you're not a current member of the Cal State LA Federal Credit Union, you should join today. And all you have to do to join or qualify to join is live, work, or play in the 90032 area code, and you can become a member today. We're going to post their link, their information. Make sure you get out to the branch. It's off of Valley in Mariana, right across from Cal State LA. Join today. Thank you. All right, Sereno, like promised, we have a special guest here, our one and only LA Dodgers World Series champion, back-to-back DJ Severe.
What's up, everybody?
Yeah.
Glad to be here.
Thank you for joining us, brother, man.
It's a pleasure.
It's great to have you on. I've known you for a little while.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you coming in and sharing your story because I don't even know your full story, brother. So I just want to let's start off with how you got into what you do, man.
Wow. Okay, so I grew up probably 10 minutes from here in Pasadena, Altadena.
All right.
Always been into music. My parents always had music around, always had vinyl around. Just the golden age growing up in the 70s and 80s, and then just always gravitated to music. Every house I went to, like my aunts and uncles, they all had a different set of everybody had like that floor that was just full of vinyl.
Oh,
so
cool.
when I go to the house, I'm like, okay, I just for some reason I just gravitate to like vinyl.
Wow.
And so I would dig through the different like genres, and so it seems like at each house that I would go to, an aunt or uncle, I would pick up on different music. So they would all be listening to like different things.
Okay.
And so like my stepdad had a great record collection. So like those days that you stay home, I would just be digging through the crates. You know what I mean? Listening to stuff, and then like because it's like back in the day where you're not supposed to touch you know what I mean? So it's like when they're gone,
You got to keep them clean, right?
you got to keep it clean. So you're trying to make sure you don't scratch it, make sure you know where it was so you can like put it back. Because I mean, have everything. That's when you listen to your Richard Pryor. That's when you listen to like everything that you weren't supposed to listen to.
Exactly.
Because you see them playing it like when they're having parties. But I just always loved music and had this. My mom played the piano. I had like drums when I was little. I just always gravitated
everything
to
music, huh?
Everything's just music. And so in the 80s, this is when you used to have corner record shops where you walk, spend $1, buy a 45. You know what I mean?
Right,
Not even knowing what you were listening to because they would be playing stuff, but you had a certain idea. And I also had an aunt that I used to spend summers with her. And one year that's when the Columbia House was out, when you get like 12 records for like a penny.
Right, yes.
You know what I mean? But I never knew you were supposed to buy anything like after that.
You have to pay for it later.
You have to pay for it later. But we never bought anything. You just sent in a penny. So that's when you could tape the penny to the envelope, send it in. And so I would just look at the album covers, not even knowing what I was doing, but I just gravitated to the album covers. And just we check them, they come, and then you sit there just like listening to it. But I learned to like, when you open up an album, especially if it's a double album, you start reading the inside and you start learning who the producers are and who.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? Who
so you
wrote
weren't
this.
just listening to the music.
I wasn't just listening because I
right.
would figure out like, okay, this producer's here and this producer's here. Okay, that's why this sounds like this way.
So you were picking up on that.
I was picking up on everything, and it's like
interesting.
I would buy like for instance, I would buy like I bought or got all 3 of the Heatwave like albums. So I would like learn about Rod Temperton. I was like, this is Rod Temperton. And then I would open up Michael Jackson off the wall. You see Rod Temperton there.
Oh,
so you go, okay, this is how this is. And you start seeing who produced, and then you start learning, okay, well, the producer is the actual person who produces a song. You know what I mean? And I just became like a nerd into it. And then
you're obsessed with that.
I was obsessed with it. I was obsessed with it. To this day, like I love just vinyl around. Like I tell my girl, like I'm always gonna have vinyl.
Vinyl.
Yeah.
And back in the day, man, do you remember it used to skip, right? You used to have to put quarters
you have to put the quarter,
so it wouldn't
you have
bounce.
to put the quarter so it wouldn't bounce, or you figure out how to clean your needle, and just like it just that whole just dropping the needle on the vinyl and hearing the crackle. And the music. There's like nothing like it. To even this day. When I go see a record shop, if I go out of town, it's like, even if I take a trip, I have to buy some vinyl.
Is that right?
Somewhere. I ask somebody where's the local like record shop.
Yeah.
and then just to walk in a record shop. Like you never
You're
want
like
to
a
go
kid in a candy store?
you never want to go to a record shop with me because I'll just be in there like all day. And I hate when my girl goes with because she's just like, you know what I mean?
Hurry up, rushing you.
Hurry up, rushing you. Like, but
not letting you enjoy the experience.
You have to take time with this. You know what I mean? We were in Japan. We went to Japan when the Dodgers played in Japan, and I found a Tower Records out there. And I was just like, I really wanted to spend just all day just like digging because you never know what you can find.
You're right, little treasures.
Especially internationally. They have different vinyl than we do.
Oh, okay.
So if you know what you're looking for, you can come up on something. But I just always loved music, was into music, and then when the cassettes came around, you try to make these things called pause tapes. This is where I really honed in my skills. So you try to take a song and make it longer. So you try to take a 45. And this is when everybody was like pop locking and dancing.
Right.
So you want to make a long version of a song. So basically, this is when you learn that you could take, make any tape of blank tape by putting tissue in the top of the cassette.
That's right.
And
record over it, right? Yeah.
So I sit in my room for hours and hours trying to make songs like 11 minutes long, 12 minutes long, trying to extend the instrumental.
Oh,
so you just became like skilled at like pausing it and releasing it. And just like making a constant loop before I got I really got
so you're
so
like
good
engineering stuff way back before that was
Like, my mom's just like, what? I'm just in my room for hours just doing. I was just obsessed with like making these songs like longer.
Damn.
And so that was like kind of my first experience in kind of like blending music together, putting music together, and then just in the essence of that was my essence of DJing. And then even for me, like I'm not a big scratcher or like a turntable, but to me. Like I used to go to sleep listening to K-Day in my ear at night, and that's how you learn that the essence of real LA West Coast DJing is not really scratching; it's more like blending.
Okay.
I like to make sure that my transitions are tight, my blends are together. Like you never know.
You never notice when the song ends or when it begins.
So that's what I really hone my skills into because it's more like the instrumentalism to like me and doing it. But I just always love music, and I just gravitated to it. I've never like put it down.
You can tell you're passionate about that, man.
I'm very passionate about music.
You know, real quick, man, just to tie in a little bit of the neighborhood, we had two like pop locking groups here in the neighborhood, man. They were called Pacific Funk, and the other ones were Meridian Poppers, man. We had BC Ridge, dude. It was awesome. They used to wear the members only jackets, the white gloves, the Chinese shoes.
The essence of dancing, like popping. Like I'm glad it's still around and people are still doing it.
Yeah,
you know
for
what I mean?
sure, for sure.
You know what I mean? But I mean, that's how we kind of like come together, black and brown people, like off pop locking, off music, off lowriders, everything. You know what I mean?
For sure,
same
man.
thing. It's all, but music to me is at the center of everything.
Yeah, and I can say, right? Music is like universal, man. It's a universal language.
It's a universal language. Like,
What's your favorite genre? Like, what's?
Oh wow, I would say it's really R&B. I think, because that's kind of to me the best. I guess kind of timing of music is probably the 90s because the 90s, that's when they took everything and they just kind of like, that's when people would take the samples and, make the newer, the music so you make a whole other song. And that's what really like woke me up because it's like, I'd listened to this music in the 70s, 80s. So now when you take it and flip it and now you add hip hop on top of it, that was
pretty
just
cool
dope to me.
Yeah.
But I really say R&B because there's something about a song that has the chorus, a bridge, you know what I mean? Some meaningful words behind it when you listen
some lyrics that you can understand.
Some lyrics that you can understand.
And relate to.
And then kind of, especially, I'm a relationship person, so it's like, you know what I mean? Something that you can really,
touches your heart, your soul, man.
That you know what I mean? That you hear, especially like coming up and then just being able to have something in your head that you can kind of like listen to of substance. You know what I mean? No disrespect to any of the other
What's
stuff.
going on right now?
Because I love hip hop just as much, but I think my favorite is like R&B. Whenever I find a good R&B like album, like cover to cover, with just some good, just some very good flow, I gravitate to that a lot.
Yeah. Is there like a favorite artist that or any one that pops out, right?
I'm a big. My favorite artist, music wise, is Prince. I'm a big Prince. I'm a big Prince head.
Yeah, for sure.
I've gone to Paisley Park twice. Jimmy Jam is one of my best friends now, and I actually met him at the stadium, which is like my favorite memory every other stadium. 3 years ago, he was at the stadium, but he was at the stadium 3 years ago, and the organ player Dieter played some Prince on the organ, and so I'm just a normal regular day, and I'm in the booth, and I turn around, and Jimmy Jam is standing behind me.
Okay.
And I'm looking at everybody like, do you guys not know who that is? I'm like, that's Jimmy Jam. And I'm like, they're like, who? I'm like, Jimmy Jam. He's Morris Day at a Time. He created every Janet Jackson like hit. So you gotta know who, and they're like, nope. I'm like,
still don't know, right?
So I keep leaning over, and he leans over and he says, you play great music. And I'm like, man.
Oh wow, what a compliment.
Yeah, and I'm like, I said I'm such a big fan of yours. I told him I listen. There's this podcast I like. It's like not to plug anybody, but Questlove Supreme's podcast, because it talks about music and it nerds out on music.
Cool.
And so I told him, I said I listened to your episodes like 3 times over. He told me, he said you must have a lot of time on your hands. They kind of like shut it up. Yeah. And so he said, come around and take a picture. And so I was like, okay, cool. But we were up to bat, so I really couldn't stop.
Oh yeah, right.
And so I look up, and then now he's like gone. So I'm thinking, okay,
the opportunity's gone, man.
Opportunity's gone.
You just failed, bro.
But the next morning I wake up and he DM'd me.
Oh,
and
nice.
He's like, thanks for taking the time to talk to me. And
wow.
I'm like, and he said, if you want to exchange information, like, let me know. And so I'm like,
wow, man.
Blown away. And I'm like,
that's amazing, bro.
And so I exchanged information. Not less than 10 minutes later, he texts me. He's like, again, thanks for that. So I kid you not, that first day, we spent probably like the next 3-4 hours texting back and forth. I had so many music questions that I was blown away. And all my kids even know. For me, it's Prince. I kid you not. Prince is the hierarchy, and then Jimmy Jam is like right there. So for me to meet Jimmy Jam, dude, I was on and I just started asking all these insider questions about music that he wrote, and he was just breaking it down for me. Well, this was this, and then Janet didn't realize
that's so cool.
And so I'm like,
man.
and then he's like, and then from that day forward, every morning he'll text me like, "Hey, what do you think about this song?" And he would,
really,
dude, it's crazy.
That is so cool. So okay, like that's kind of seems like it's kind of one of your heroes, right?
It is.
And then you know how they say, man, sometimes it's not good to meet your heroes because they disappoint you, right?
Yeah.
This is the opposite for you, though, right?
It was the very opposite, and I mean to the point to I met Janet Jackson because of him. Like,
really?
Like we went to the concert, he got us backstage. Like he told me he's mentioned me on podcasts.
Is that right?
Yeah, we've gone to different events together. He's gonna do. He wants to start getting back into DJing, and he's like, I'm gonna need you to coach me on some different things. So it's crazy that one of my musical heroes,
for sure.
Yeah, so
he's fanning out on you too, basically, man.
Right. I know his kids now. I'm telling you, we text message like back. It's crazy to me that one of my musical heroes is like a best friend.
Like a buddy now, man. That's
it's crazy.
So
I
cool,
still
bro.
have to pinch myself like every day. And
it's
the
like
funny
living
thing
the
is,
dream, huh?
Yeah, he came back. He came back to the stadium right after that, and we kind of like rocked out together. I played Saturday Love, and then he played the organ like behind me. So I have
that
pictures,
right,
dude? And he signed like all my. It's just crazy, like how
maybe we could get that, bro, and we could plug that in, bro. That would be cool,
dude.
Man.
It was like the top like of all my Dodgers,
for sure, bro. Man.
Like,
that's so.
But yeah,
that's so cool, brother. Shoot,
so
man,
I mean,
that's a great story.
Oh, I'm saying that's the top.
Yeah, man, that's the dream.
I never would have thought that number one, I would have been like the Dodgers DJ, and then to meet everybody who I've like met, or the love I get from walking around the city, the people that know that I never would have thought that I would.
You're basically a celebrity, brother, right?
Yeah,
like,
people tell me. I don't feel like that. I don't feel like that. Like I just went to an event on Tuesday, De La Soul, for their new album. I went to their album release party.
Okay.
I was invited by the Beat Junkies. That's another thing too. It's like the Beat Junkies are my homies. Like even have Mello is like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like everybody, and
for sure.
then the way my name like rings out all over the place, and people walk up like Severe. I really appreciate what you do, and for people to tell me that I'm just as much as a part of the team as the team, it's crazy.
That is so cool, man. Hey, so we'll circle back to Mello because I got a cool story about you jamming his jam
Right,
there,
right,
right?
right.
But so how did you get into the Dodgers as a Dodger DJ, brother? How did that come
Man,
about?
it's funny. Back in 2007, 2008, whatever year the Dodgers traded for Manny Ramirez.
Okay.
And so Dodgers were
I don't even
they were
remember that
horrible
year.
back then.
2009? Okay, good job, bro.
So my buddy, I have a close friend who grew up in Pasadena with me. His name is Sean, and he came to me. He said, "Hey man, I need to talk to you." I'm like that friend that everybody like runs like stuff
Right,
by.
yeah.
So we went to a party. He's like, "Man, I got this job opportunity at Dodgers." He was always into catering, and so he was like, "I got this job opportunity at Dodgers. Should I take this job?" He started breaking down about it. I was like, "Well, man, look, it sounds like a great opportunity to me." So he ends up taking the job.
Okay.
So at the very bottom of or the first level of Dodger Stadium, below field level, is called the Dugout Club. That's where all the high end actors. That's where they go to watch games. So he became the caterer on that level, and so when Manny came in, he had his idea. He wanted to spice it up down in the Dugout Club. So he called me and said, "Would you be interested in DJing before the game and after?" Because this is when they used to have a little lounge in there.
Okay.
So I went in, I DJ until the national anthem. Then I'm done. Then they give me seats like down there, and then I would chill until after the game. So I'd watch the game, and then I would just play for like in the lounge after. This is back then, so it's like Tiger Woods would be in all kind of.
Is that right?
It was like super
man,
dope.
all the celebrities, all the A-listers, bro.
Right, and so every level of Dodger Stadium, which is run by Levy, there's a different manager of the level.
Okay.
So I guess there was another DJ. I don't even know who his name, and he was on reserve level, and so someone heard that my friend had a DJ downstairs, and then I guess this guy was becoming a prima donna because he wanted like two parking spots, and he wanted like
so he thought he was one of the players.
Yeah. And so they went to my friend and they said, "Hey, we heard you got a great DJ down here. Do you think he could get a couple more DJs and work around with one parking spot?" So I told him, yeah. So I called up like two more of my friends. Mm-hmm. And at the time I had a Suburban, and I was like, "Look, what we'll do is you meet me here. We'll put everybody's setup on the back of on the dolly, on the back of Suburban. We'll take it into the stadium, and then we'll flip it up on top so we can have use of one parking spot." Yeah. I said, and what we'll do is we'll enjoy the game, we'll eat good, and then after we'll party after, and we'll do it. So I did that like all the playoffs, for every playoff game. And then they called me back like the next year, preseason, to do the same thing. So they called me out periodically on big games. Well, the Dodgers started hearing about me, so I started doing events for the Dodgers. They used to do this thing
individual Dodger players.
Yeah, they used to do this thing called Dodgers Under the Lights. Okay. So they put me on the dugout, and this is when fans would pay money, and they would come out on a night, and they would be on the field playing, you know what I mean, just getting to and everything. So I did that a lot. I did that maybe 6 or 7 times, and then they asked me would I do the Christmas party. So one year, I did a Christmas party. Had the setup. And it was the same year that the DJ horn, the came out. Yes. Same exact year.
Yeah.
So it was a scavenger hunt. So every time somebody would win, I just was playing. And so at the end of the day, I was wrapping up, and this dude came over to me and said, "Hey, I like that sound effect. I need that sound effect from you. Can I get it from you?" And I said, "Yeah." So we exchanged information. Uh-huh. So about 2 weeks later, I was on vacation in New York, and the guy hit me up, and he said, "Hey, this is Damien. I wanted to circle back and ask you for the sound effect." I said, "No problem." So I sent him that sound effect and every one that I had. And I told him, I said, "Hey, are there any openings?" And he said, "As a matter of fact, we're looking for a DJ. Are you interested?"
Wow.
And I was like, whoa. So I was like, this is my dream gig. So I immediately shut down out of vacation mode. And I called my IT person. I was like, "Look, I need to make my website," because I knew they were going to do research on me.
Okay.
So I need to steer my website all Dodgers, because at this point in time I met so many celebrities doing like working at Dodgers. So I was like, I need you to put up all these photos, and I need you to just make it just
all Dodgered
out. So we did it. So I got back from vacation, went in for the interview, and it's funny because now I'm being interviewed by people that I had been seeing around the stadium.
Okay, so
you
kind of there's familiarity with yeah.
So they asked me these questions. They gave me like these scenarios of, okay, bottom of the ninth, we're down this, and da 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 da. Like, what would you do? So I went home. I'm like, they said, just come back in 2 weeks with these answers. And I'm like,
is that right?
So I go home. I'm like racking my brain, like nervous, because I really want this gig.
Right,
I want this gig.
Sure, yeah.
It's like my dream gig. I want this gig. So I come back for the follow-up meeting, and I'm expecting them to ask me like answers to all these scenarios. And they just told me, you know what? We were going to give it to you anyway. We just, because we seen you around here.
It made you sweat.
We just want to make you like sweat a little bit. We just want to know, we just want somebody who can bring in like a different vibe to the stadium.
Like a little energy.
A little energy. And so immediately, okay, so I really took that as, okay, let me figure out what I can do.
Mm-hmm.
So I had been there so long listening to the games because I'm paying attention to the music at the stage.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see it's a little flattest, whatever.
Right.
But with the lucky thing about it is the people that hired me, they were a little more hip and a little more vibey. So I knew I could stretch out a little bit.
Okay.
But I was also smart enough to come in and go, okay, look, I need to take enough of what's already working
Mm-hmm.
and incorporate where I can and slowly
make it yours.
Make it like so. Because when I first went in, I'm telling you, when I first went in, like, it's nothing but this old school baseball media, and they're kind of looking at me like, oh, who's this dude? He's just gonna play like hippity hop, you know what I mean? They just think I'm immediately gonna go like crazy. So I'm like, okay, let me figure out what it is I can do. So I went in for a sample game, and I'm like, luckily the producer would tell me like, hey, for this scenario, you should try to go with like a typical like AC/DC type thing. So I was like, okay, cool. Okay. And the good thing about it, I was always open to figure out
suggestions and stuff
because
like that.
like I said, I wanted to make it sound like enough like them and not shock the world. Because at the time, this is when the media didn't know me, and they're looking for anything to write at this time. What I figured out though, where I could really make a difference in my first couple of seasons, or my first season, was the pregame mixes when the players are out on the field, because there's nobody else in the stadium.
Oh, it's just the players.
Just the players.
Yeah, yeah.
And so if I can make it sound different for them, then I know I can at least change
crowd.
The vibe. Right.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's funny because I think my second probably homestand after I figured out my rhythm, because I was just taking in everything. And Garrett Anderson was on the team at the time. And he reached out through PR. He said, hey, PR came to me and said, Garrett really likes the music you're playing. He wants to know if you can give him some mixes and how much. I said, look, I don't want any money, but I would like to meet him.
Yeah.
I said, oh, okay, cool. So I got an email from them. They said, okay, be at the stadium at this time. So I went home, put some mixes together. I got to the stadium early, and I go downstairs. Now, at this time, the DJ was hands off did not talk to the players, did not
Is that right?
Yeah, hands off.
You just go play music.
You just go play music
home.
and go home. That's
Yeah.
it. No interaction, no nothing. You get the pics through PR. So I went down to the clubhouse. They say, okay, they say, wait here. I'm like, I'm just in there in the clubhouse by myself. So now I'm looking around like, okay, this is like the clubhouse. Then James Loney walks in like and says, what's up? And I say, introduce myself. He said, oh man, you're doing a great job. This is the best music at like any stadium.
They're loving the vibe. Huh?
Right. They learned. Then Garrett Anderson comes in and like meets me. We take a pitch. I give him the mixes. Boom, I'm done. I go back up to my booth, and we're in the middle of the game, and PR comes over and hands me an envelope. And everybody in the stadium can see, because they're still trying to figure out what's going on. So media's like, why is PR going in and hand me? And then everybody I work with had an envelope. And the envelope was $500.
Oh, nice.
And so everybody's looking like,
what the hell?
What did you get? What is that? What is that for? And I said, well, I made Garrett.
Freaking nosy ass people, bro.
Nosy ass people. And I'm like, I gave Garrett like some mixes. Like, oh, okay. So now the mixes that I gave him the first time, they were more stadium like. And so I told him, I said, look, I want to give him some more hip hop, since I know he likes hip hop. So I went home, made a couple more hip hop ones. And I said, look, I got more mixes. I don't want any money. I just want you to give him the mixes. So cool. I gave him the mixes. Same thing, another envelope, $500. So now everybody's looking like, what is like going on? And I'm just trying to be low key, do my job, meet everybody, like, you know what I mean, just stay low key. And then a couple homesteads later, the Yankees come into town. And during the middle of the game, the same guy that hired me, he said, look, we just got this write-up. The best music at any stadium is Dodger Stadium. It was from the New York Times. But I never could find the article where it was written, but somebody from PR found it. And then, so I was like, wow. Now, the ironic thing is I made it through that whole season.
Okay.
And I just learned a lot. I learned a whole lot about
stay low key.
I learned a lot. At the end of the season, right about this time right here, the 2 dudes that hired me got fired.
Ooh.
So I'm like, I'm thinking that's it for me.
Yeah, you're gone too, right? You're gonna roll. They're gonna
right.
Yeah.
So my boss that's still there now, he gives me. I forgot if he emailed me or called me. He was like, look, so and so got fired, but we love what you do, so we're gonna keep you on.
Nice.
And this is at the time before even Magic and the other owners had taken over. Okay. So it was like still in flux. I went through another season, fine, but then that following season is when like all the Frank McCourt stuff went down, and so that's when the new ownership came in. So I'm like, okay,
they're gonna reorg everything.
I'm thinking they're gonna reorganize everything. They bring because you start hearing
all the rumors
and all the different ways that
everybody's
that
getting
works.
cut. Yeah,
and so you're like, oh man, and so I can just remember all these different groups coming in asking questions. But by this time, I had made my way where I was kind of hands-on with the players because though at the time, hip hop, everybody had these strange names. So anytime PR would send me like, so and so wants to hear this, and I'm like, this is not right. Like you're not saying the artist's name right. So I'm gonna have to do a lot of figuring out myself. Okay. And they're getting frustrated. And so I told them one year, I said, look.
Just come straight to me.
I said, look, why don't I come down to spring training and meet the players and talk to them about like music? I said, I'll buy my own ticket and you don't have to, I'll come in, I'll just talk to them and I'll get an idea of what they want to listen. I can explain to them why some songs work and some songs don't. Yeah. They're like, that's a great idea. So I went down, bought my own ticket. I met all the players. So now I'm meeting all the players. And we start talking about music. And then each one of them is giving me a compliment. Like, oh, man, you're the best. Like, it's we're developing. So I'm talking from Matt Kemp.
Building a relationship.
I'm talking Matt Kemp, Andre Ethier, everybody. So I go down there. I get kind of an idea of what they want. Right. I come back. I start putting it together. And then once the organization changes, people always have an idea about hip hop and what they think. And so you'll get different people that thought at the time, first off, they didn't realize the players picked their own music.
Yeah.
And so that was one of the easiest parts for me to do because if the players are picking the current hip hop, then I don't have to worry about playing the current stuff. I can lay back and play the stuff I want to play from the 90s and just merge them in corporate. And then if you say anything about the hip hop that's being played, you can't say anything to me because it's the players.
Right.
So, but not enough people around there in the organization when they were trying to make a name for themselves knew that. So they were like, I'm going to get these players to stop. First off, when they figured out that I wasn't picking the songs, they're like, well, I'm going to go down and talk to the players. And I'm going to make them change their music. I'm like, you're not going to. I said, good luck with that.
Yeah. That's not going to happen, right?
So this is when Tony Gwynn Jr. was still on the team, and he was one of my friends.
Okay.
And I hit him with a text message. I was like, hey, Tony, so-and-so says he's going to come down there.
Change your song.
Change your songs up. He said, he better not come. And so he started telling like Matt Kemp and like everybody. And I just kind of sat back like, let me see how this goes.
Like, I want to see the fireworks.
It was funny because that same person came out. He's like, yeah, that wasn't good. I was like, I tried to tell you, why would you change up like the vibe just because you're trying to make a name for yourself? Like, let them like, but anyway. So as I realized like how I could slowly turn it, then I started incorporating more hip hop into my game elements, different things that I do, and I bought my time, and I was like, I got my one boss who's there now, Tom Darren, who's one of the best boxers. He then switched to like a more DJ setup that I needed. So
like an actual DJ turntables
because at first everything was on like this program called Clicks, which is just a software that just allows you to fade in and out of songs.
Okay.
You can set cue points.
Kind of blend it in and
yeah,
stuff,
but I wanted to be able to do more, just a little
like
more.
A mixing, actual mixing.
A little more mixing action.
Yeah.
So he bought one for me. So I was like,
cool.
okay. And shortly before that, 2013, it was 2013, a reporter from the Times came up to me. He's like, hey, man, I really like what you do. I want to do a story on you. And it's funny because when I first was there for those first 5 years, I would be looking at the reporters like, man, I get in all this pub. You don't want to like do a story? And they were like, it didn't like
and
resonate.
So it was coming from New York that was actually doing instead of LA.
Yeah. And
that's crazy.
So this one guy from LA Times, he said he wanted to do a story on me. I was like, okay, cool. Like, so he came in during playoffs one year and he talked to me and got the element. And so I'm like thinking, all right, this story's gonna be on the like who
back
knows where it's going back page.
Yeah.
So I'm riding into the stadium, we're in the playoffs, and my friend's mom calls me and she's screaming on the phone. She's like, son, you're on the front page. I was on the front page of the LA Times. Like not
you the front
I'm on the
page,
front
man.
page, not the sports page, not. And so I'm like driving into work and everybody's calling me like
that is cool.
Like from my grandmother goes into Vons and buys up every newspaper like in there. She's like, my grandson's like on the.
Man, that's
so
amazing.
That was crazy.
Oh, wow.
And so then all the media starts talking to me. They're like, look, this one media person, Beth, she says, do you realize that you were on the front page top fold? I'm like, I don't even realize all this. She's like, you make the front page top fold, that's a big deal. And I was just like, she was like, not many players or other people make the front
kidding,
page.
Right?
They might make the front page of the sports section, but not the front page of the paper. So that just kind of like little things like that. I was like, man, this is like
that's amazing.
Yeah,
like you're living a dream.
I'm living
right?
a dream, and so
is it real?
Yeah. So, but I mean, I've always been a humble cat. I still just honed in and did what I do.
Sure,
and then
sure.
I think maybe 2 years after that, another. This is when we played Chicago again, and another writer wrote a story on me about me in the Chicago Tribune. Okay. So I made the Chicago Tribune, which is like, how am I the Dodgers DJ? But I make the Chicago
New York,
Tribune.
Chicago.
Yeah. So,
wow.
I just started to take everything in, learn as much as I could, and I just got good at taking what I do with my knowledge of music and incorporate it. Because I'll be honest with you, it's not an easy gig. You have to know, first off, you have to know baseball. You have to know baseball timing. You have to know just a lot of, like, you got to know rock, country. You got to know what
everything,
moves
the whole,
you got to know.
Yeah.
You got to know everything. And like this job, it takes a lot out of you. You're talking 81 home games, every holiday in the summer. Like you get, like every holiday. Look, my birthday is April 15th.
Okay.
Okay, that's Jackie Robinson Day.
Okay.
Okay, the ironic thing with that is I went to the same high school as Jackie
Robinson.
Robinson.
John Muir High School?
Went to John Muir.
Is that right?
I'm in the Hall of Fame. I'm in the same like Hall of Fame with Jackie Robinson.
Is that right?
Yeah, so it's like, that's full circle for me. Every year my birthday, I'm at in 17 years, I've had one Jackie Robinson Day off, my birthday. But we're talking every holiday, Mother's Day, Father's Day, Memorial Day, like every holiday you're at the stadium. 4th of July.
Yeah.
So
you're committed to the Dodgers.
You're committed to the Dodgers. 7 games in a row, 10 games in a row.
Oh, man.
Like,
what's that? So what's that schedule like? How do you?
It's crazy.
How do you get through that? Because you're going on 7-day stretches,
yeah,
right?
You're going on 7-day stretches.
Like what is? How do you do that?
It takes a lot of you mentally, because
physically as well, right?
as well, because like you say, if you have a daytime job, if you have like another job. Now, mind you, to put it in more perspective for other people I work with, I'm only committed to one team now, but I did used to do the Galaxy, and I did used to do the Ontario Reign too.
Oh.
So this is at a time when I wasn't in aerospace, but that took a toll on me too, because as soon as the Dodgers leave, I'm at the Galaxy for 3 games. So I was mentally like getting
drained, right?
Drained out. But if you think about it, just take a cameraman, for instance. So LA's a big city. At the time, you had all these teams. Now, a cameraman is freelance. So they don't just, so if you take a cameraman that works for the Dodgers, he might go work for the Angels, and then because when they make the schedule, so neither one of them is in town.
Right.
So if you're in that industry, I don't know when you get a day off, because if I'm a cameraman that works for the Dodgers, I also work for the Angels, I also work for the Galaxy, I also work for the Kings. So you're going where the money is.
Right,
so just imagine those people. That's a hard life. And the people, anybody that dedicates themselves to a life in sports, entertainment like that, it takes a toll on their family, because your family,
you're never really home.
You're never really home. Your family never sees you. So you have to take advantage of those times. But it takes a toll on your family life and your mental. I can remember my first year when I was learning, or my first couple years when I was learning the gig, I would actually be doing that gig in my sleep. Like I'm actually like sleep, but I'm running variations of plays in my dreams to the point I'm like waking up like I'm telling you
that's crazy, because you're living it. Even when you're sleeping, you're working,
even
right?
When you're sleeping, you're working. And even when at the time when I'm listening to music, like I'm watching commercials, I'm like, I could use that.
Yeah.
Or if I go to a movie, I'm like, I could use that. You know what I mean? So now
you're always working,
I'm always
man. 24 hours.
I'm always trying to figure out like how to do it. But
hey, real quick, and I don't mean to interrupt you, brother, but give us like walk me through a game, man. Like even an inning. What are you doing? What are you like?
Okay.
Like, because you got to take care of the ball players, right? Their walk-up songs, right?
Yeah.
Or there's certain scenarios, whatever. Like, walk me through that, because I have no idea. I love baseball. I'm a baseball player, man.
Right.
This guy was a baseball player.
Right.
So,
Right.
I mean, walk us through that, because I thought it was just, obviously, you get your walkout song, man, you're cool and it's over, but it's not for you, right?
No. And everybody thinks it's like, so many, and this is the reason why I like the gig and how my, I guess, notoriety has gained like notoriety over the years, because like I like to, at the end of every game, I like to go outside of the press box and I stand around, and people that know who I am, they come up, take pictures or say whatever. But I also like to see like who's still like dancing.
Jamming
and
to you.
every now you hear people say, "Oh, the music is here," or I'll even be out on the streets and people like other Dodger fans are talking. They'll be like, "The music there is so." It's like
It's
so
a good vibe.
That's the stuff I like.
Sure. Yeah,
I love
for sure.
I love to hear that. It means I'm doing my
you're
job
doing
the
your
right
job,
way.
man. People are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're enjoying it. So, but a typical day is so. And over the years, you develop like the rhythm of knowing, okay, cool. First of all, you have your mindset as to what team is coming to town. So you want to see, okay, is this a rivalry? Is this like something I can play off of? Is this like, you know what I mean, East Coast, West Coast? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
just something,
yeah.
Like, is this some certain music I can incorporate in here? Or is this just going to be like just a sleeper and I can kind of like pull back a little bit from? So first off, my pregame mixes, I never mix live at the stadium because like, for instance, if I was going to go DJ at a club right now, there's a certain set of songs that you're going to have to go play at a club because people want to hear whatever they used, whatever type of club.
Right.
So there's certain
to
staples.
get their dance, the main songs that people like to dance to.
Right.
And,
So a DJ is going to fall more back on muscle memory.
Okay.
So if I was to mix live at the stadium every day, it would start sounding the same. So I like to take the time before the season starts, and I like to make 10 pre-made mixes.
Oh, interesting.
And just have them
ready to go.
Have them ready because they're going to be new.
Okay.
And they're going to not like sound the same because you got to.
They're
going to
be different. Yeah,
they're going to be
Yeah.
different. So, I put those together, and also when I come to the stadium, it's not like I can sit there and just mix because
mixing,
I'll get an email and I have to work on this or they want there's meeting.
Yeah,
so it's not your typical.
So you got to come in with a set.
You got to
already,
come in with a set already loaded.
Okay.
Because then my mind can't function on everything. Because I'll get a text from a player like, "Hey, you like this song?" or like, "Can you make an edit of this song?" So I have to do that. I have to come in and look at the script first off. So there's a script that covers all 9 innings and pregames and the stuff that we do in pregame.
Is that right?
Yeah, and you got to think about it. Not only am I covering just the music I'm playing, I'm covering the underneath beds when people are talking. If it's Cancer Day or some sort of serious moment, you need to have music that's more mellow and it suits the occasion.
Yeah.
Because if someone's talking about a kid who just survived cancer or a kid who has cancer and you're going to the next element, you got to know how to segue.
Nice little transition.
Yes. so that it works. Plus, you have to know just how to flow in the mood and then bring the mood back up slowly.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
You can't just hit them with some ACDC.
You can't just hit them with some.
Yeah.
You have to transition into the moments.
Okay.
Me and Dieter, the organ player, we work good together because we kind of like can read each other's musical minds. So
That's
he sits
awesome,
behind Mike, and I never look back. Sometimes I'll give hand signals, or he'll just say like, yeah, and like real quick things because everything is like quick, so you don't have time to be like, oh, well, what do you think about? No,
let's go.
But what we'll do is, if we come back from a break and he has an idea, he'll talk to me about it. If I have an idea, he'll talk to me about it. But we've learned each other's like rhythms.
Okay.
I also learned like player rhythms because I watch the games while they're on the road. And I also go to them, and I can tell when a player's going to text me about changing the song because if they're in a slump.
Hey, so they're during the game, they'll text you.
Not during the game. Every now and then, like Andre Ether used to text me during the game, like change my song up, like. But I can just tell, like if they're in a slump.
Okay.
Like
they want something different.
I can tell when they come back on Monday or Tuesday. Like I'm gonna get a text from.
Okay.
And
you feel it.
I can already feel it. It's coming. And like there's times where Justin Turner used to text me in the middle of the night, like. I'm like, man, we just left the park. And he's like, what do you think about this? And I'll never tell him I don't like it. I just go, yeah that's dope. Because who am I to tell you that your song is
trash?
Because then now I gotta
you're coming to the bed, right?
Now I gotta come up with something. So I'm like, I don't ever like want to do that. So I just go, okay. I think about it and I go, okay, cool. The main person I used to give like advice to was like Matt Barnes, a lot of different people. JT would always ask me, "What do you think about this?"
Hey, did you help Justin Turner with his walk-up song? Turn Down for What? Because it's like he never changed it after that, right?
He did off and on. I did tell him like I was like, "Hey, this is like you should."
Because that's kind of like his song now.
I would send him like different things, but he also since he was redhead, like him and Ed Sheeran were like friends.
Okay.
So you know what I mean, but he's the only person that really during the games like. If he's like, he always tells me, he's like, look, even when the song wasn't Turned Down for What, he was like, look, if I'm slumping, switch my shit up, because like, and he's the one that would come up and I would look down and he would like look at me like, and I kind of knew
that's
like,
cool, man.
Yeah, but I mean, but I liked having that freedom to like
do that,
to like change it up.
Yeah,
but I will never overstep my bounds and be like, this song is trash.
Yeah,
you got it. Because I never wanted to have that pressure on me. You know what I mean? Because they're very superstitious. There's a lot of
for sure, man.
Whose idea was Will Smith's walk-up song to come up to the Fresh Prince?
Okay, so first off, that was when he came up. I went down to the clubhouse. I went down there for something, and I saw him, and I was like, "Do you have a track?" And he's like, "No, I don't." He was still trying to feel his way around.
Right.
And then so within 10 minutes of me leaving the clubhouse and going upstairs, then I got a call. Oh, it is Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Russell Martin made him take that song.
I knew somebody made it. There's no
Russell
way
Martin,
he picked
Russell
it
Martin
himself.
was back on the team, and he was the captain. So he's like, no, your song is... And so I'm like looking, I'm back, because everybody starts telling me, it has to be some Will Smith. And I was like, no, there's nothing. And then when it switched up, they were like, I thought you said it wasn't. I was like, well, like, I can't... I'm not the one to share, like, everybody's information, because you don't ever want you never want to give. Once you develop a good relationship with the media and with the players, you never want to get into the middle of the media trying to write a story or say whatever.
Okay.
And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want to not say that that's like a big deal, but you want to you want to
try to keep it confidential.
For sure.
You try to keep it, yeah. So when it switched up and it worked, and then now his wife picks his songs.
Is that right?
Yeah, she's a hip hop head. His wife picks. Yeah, his wife picks his songs.
That's
and
crazy.
Freddie's son picks his songs.
Freddie's got one of my favorite walk-up songs.
Yeah, it works. It works like perfect.
Hey, Freddie's got some moves too.
He does.
You see that kickworm?
Yeah.
You see that kickworm, man?
Yeah.
That's crazy, huh?
Yeah. But so I just got used to. It's funny because Rojas, in my 17 years, nobody has had as many songs as Miguel Rojas.
Wait, he's a producer, right? Isn't he?
I'm
Or
not sure
he's-
if he's a producer, but I'm
He
telling
loves
you,
music?
He changes. He's probably the most. Like I keep everybody's like songs. Like I
Okay.
never get rid of them. Like I have a in my Serato, I have a folder of current Dodger batting songs, and I have old player songs.
Is that right?
Rojas's name comes up more than anybody like ever. It's just it's like a trip.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
man.
but and I really he's the only person I can't get a feel for when he's gonna change because
he changes so much.
he changes so much,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
he didn't until like playoffs he didn't play a lot. So I was just like, okay, maybe he's just trying to like he comes up with different songs,
Right.
And I mean they're all good. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Everything with him is it's always some dope. And I'm like, I take them and I use them outside of here. Like I'm like,
Nice,
this
yeah.
is a dope track.
At any point, have there been any songs that have been denied?
No, but I will tell you this: when Grandal was here, every song he would send me would have cuss words in it. I'm like looking, and I'm talking like major F bomb, like I'm like, and he would pick the point. I'm like,
He would keep picking
and I
the
was like, dude, like you can't play that, like you know what I mean. So I would work around it and then make like a clean version. But there's funny. I have a real funny story about Hanley Ramirez when and this is when they were really on like lyrics. And Hanley Ramirez picked I Got 5 on it. And I'm like,
Okay.
Oh, I remember that.
What happened with that?
and so I'm like, okay, so he picked I Got 5 on it. And so I emailed like my bosses. I was like, look, just so you know, Hanley Ramirez, he picked I Got 5 on it. And this is one of those things where like you could tell they weren't really paying attention or like they did the homework on it because they were like, oh, just play the clean version. I'm like, are you sure? And they said, yeah. So, man, this song ran for like 2 months. No problem. And all of a sudden, one day they hit me like, hey, did you know songs about smoking weed? We're like, yeah, that's why I emailed you.
I
Like,
gave you the heads up, right?
I never email you. So if
Yeah.
if I'm emailing you, there must be like something.
There's a
up to it.
reason.
Well, we depend on. I'm like, yeah, that's why I was trying to let you know the song's about. I wasn't gonna tell you it was about, but I would figure you would listen to it, then tell me like not to play. it.
Yeah.
Was it Hanley Ramirez or Manny Ramirez?
No, it was Hanley.
No. When they were playing in Boston, one of them came out to "I Want to Get High."
Yeah,
High. Was that
yeah.
Hanley or Manny?
That was Manny.
That was Manny, yeah.
That was Manny. And this is when they were really on like lyrics. Now they're really
Are they lax with it now?
they're not lax with it, but I think more of it goes over their head.
Oh, okay.
And it's
So if
just,
everybody's vibing, it kind of slides.
if everybody's vibe is kind of
Yeah.
like even when Not Like Us came out,
Okay.
I was like, when Not Like Us first came out,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, whoa, like I'm not gonna be the first to play it because
Okay.
I didn't want anybody to come back and say anything to me. So
Okay.
everybody was hitting me up like, you gotta play Not Like Us, and I'm like, yeah, I know. And so we have like guest DJs coming to center field, and I think it was Fuse. Main thing you got to worry about is saying anything about the police or anything because I
Okay.
played this one song, and they were like, it said something about hit the police in the head with a nightstand, but the song was by Logic, and it wasn't really talking about that, but somebody took it the wrong way. So I was like,
okay.
you
So
just
you
take it
don't
out.
touch those
You
things.
don't, and so I try to be aware of the touch of
Okay.
thing, especially if it gets into a hot button time of the year, like say there's a school shoot. You know what I mean?
Ooh,
Say
yeah,
there's
yeah,
So
for
you
sure.
don't because anybody can come in. be
Someone gets
offended,
triggered,
Once somebody
fucking-
gets
yeah,
triggered, so you
exactly,
kind of
sensitive,
like you kind
yeah.
of like walk. But ultimately, I have the ultimate say, and which is again why if someone crossed like a crazy line, then I'll say something like to
Okay.
them. Like one of the pictures this year, I forgot who it was. He picked a song with somebody, and there was like a controversy of it with a swastika or something. I was like, look,
Ooh.
you might want to. And so it
Think about
immediately-
this, change
yeah,
this,
so
yeah,
they
yeah.
immediately changed up, and they told me
Yeah.
like, thanks for the heads up. So I try to be as on top
Stay
of
on
it,
top of it.
as much as possible. But I
Right.
mean, again, like there's so many different people you can't play. You can't play Kanye. You can't. There's a lot of people.
Is
you
that
can't,
right?
Yeah, Kanye's a rap.
Is that right?
Yeah, Kanye's a rap. Yeah.
Wow.
Which takes so much stuff like away.
Takes it for for
Kanye's a
sure,
rap.
for sure.
Kanye's a rap.
Why exactly is Kanye?
You know, he had
taken out?
he had the whole thing with
The Jewish community, yeah.
and how he was just going at them, and so it's best just to like steer like way clear of it. You know what I mean? So like I'll find different ways to like still incorporate. Like I'll take an instrumental or I'll take a sample of what it was and like
So
still
you
kind
slide
of
it through?
So it's still
Yeah.
kind of like slide it
Yeah.
through.
So you keep his beats.
I keep his beats
Okay.
like on certain things, or I'll say like he just produced a song. He ain't. This is not like his song.
It's not him.
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
It's funny because the only time I really got in trouble with MLB is when during COVID year, and the Astros were our team was away, but the
Okay.
other team was like playing here, and so I had to like DJ to practice, and so Altuve was coming up, and I played. I wish it was a little bit taller. I wish it was taller. And then like nobody was even in the stadium, and I thought I was gonna slide through, but the MLB like called me like, "Did you just play?" I'm like,
Is that right?
so they like I got like tapped like for that, but everybody loved it because even in like all the people in the stadium were like laughing. You know what I
That's
mean? And he
perfect,
didn't, like,
bro.
realize it.
That
Yeah.
is perfect.
Well, I've seen when the Dodgers go to other stadiums, like when they went to San Diego, the Padres had like all like their smack talking Kershaw.
Everybody else gets so wild, but our manager's like, no, we don't do that. So I have to do
We take
like
the high road.
We take the high, but I do my stuff like really, really like low key, so they don't even know that I'm.
Yeah, they
that
don't
I'm
notice.
doing it.
They don't notice it.
So I'll take like a little jab with some hip hop,
Yeah.
but only other people. Hey, did you? I'm like, yeah. So
You
it's
play
like,
any cheater songs for those guys, man?
Because okay, another thing to me is I don't like to be that. I don't like to be that.
that guy.
That I don't. I rather do it subtly because Dieter does that with his songs. So I don't want to be that literal. Like I never want
Okay.
to rack my brain trying to think of a song that goes with a person's name,
Right,
or like
right.
this, because I just don't want to go down the road. I want to
Yeah.
play good music first.
Yeah,
I'm a
good
DJ
vibes.
first. I want
Yeah,
to
yeah,
play
yeah.
good vibes,
Good energy.
So the best thing I would say the best thing I've ever done when they were allowing us to really like tell them is when Baumgartner and Muncie had got into it.
Okay.
And he told them go get it out the ocean. So
Yeah.
that following homestand, they came down here, and me and Dieter. That's when me and Dieter really like had like a lot of stuff we worked out.
Right.
So when Muncie hit another home run off of Baumgartner, I played "Cake by the Ocean," which everybody like went crazy. But the best all time one for me was when you know how some stadiums when a pitcher's not doing good, or sometimes they'll play hit the road jack.
Yeah.
So I told Dieter, I was like, no, let me have it. So when he was like walking off, I played "Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls," and the whole stadium went like crazy. And even my bosses were like, "That's a good
one.
pull."
Good
but
job.
But I would never tell them what I'm gonna do. I'm just
Right.
gonna. I just want to
Slide it in.
slide it in and see
Yeah,
like how,
yeah.
even Dieter was like, that was a good
You got
one.
that good timing, man.
Yeah, so
There's-
that's what we developed a good timing. That's like I told him, I was like, no, I got this one like right here.
Very
That's the only
cool.
time I really will like try to rack my brain, but still,
Nice.
I want to be over your head,
Yeah.
like, but just like you know what I mean, like right in the spot.
Hey, and what's like the popular songs or the best songs that they're these players are choosing, bro? They're
It
walkout
depends.
songs, man.
It depends because for a minute, everything was Bad Bunny. For a
Bad
minute,
Bunny, yeah.
it's hard now because and that's again why I don't try to like find that much, because the artists are so in today, like Gone Tomorrow. I try to let whatever they pick that dictates whatever. But for me, the thing I like about it now is the 90s music. I can use it more now because it's not only recognizable to people our age, but also the younger crowd is just now starting to hear it, so it works for them.
Right.
And so I can use those for my little like heaters or my like little bumps, and it actually helps me with having to focus so much on this newer music. Because to me,
yeah.
that the newer music will really get you in trouble. And it's the problem with it is with the newer stuff, no disrespect, but hip hop really is run by females right now.
Okay.
And the stuff they're talking about is not
that WAP and all
Yeah,
that other
yeah.
stuff going
it's not
on.
fan-friendly.
Yeah,
So it's
for
like,
sure.
and then it's like, how am I gonna like really use that? And we got
Yeah.
the players out there. I'm playing all these like female
For sure, for
like
sure.
tracks.
Yeah.
So I kind of just revert back to the '90s type stuff.
Okay.
For like
And now the
pregame
younger,
stuff.
they know
And the
that,
younger
right?
crowd
Because
is like,
they're being
yeah,
remade and stuff like that.
they're
Right.
remake, and then so it kind of like helps me out. But every year I try to like see what angle I'm going with right now. And then the thing of it is a lot of the music, man, it's just like it's not on a good vibe. It's just like there's nothing that's gonna give you like this, like this,
good energy.
the good energy.
Yeah.
Everything's just like even the BP, it's just not there. So to try to even when you go to the charts, say you go to an iTunes chart right now, it has old school 90s stuff on it that's just being like in rotation.
Nice.
So, and then it's just, I just try to just like not overthink it anymore. And then just try to find the stuff that I know will move and make it just slightly recognizable. Some, like I said, another trick was like if I watch a commercial and it has a good track, I'll figure out what track it is.
Yeah.
Because it's like I'm playing a mental trick on you because you'll come to the stadium and you'll hear that track, but you're like, I don't know where I heard this track from. But you're not realizing it was on this commercial that you probably seen like
over and over
again, but you'll like dance to it.
And then you're vibing to it at the stadium. Yeah.
And even with me, I'm never trying to be in your head musically pregame, but I just want you to hear something and you tap your foot. You know what I mean?
Right.
As you're having a conversation.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that's the best. Yeah. That's the best
it's
way
a
to
good feeling, man. Everybody enjoying the ballpark, the game, the music.
And it's like you have to think of it as like for a DJ like a big wedding because there's all these different age groups. Because
because it's hard to make. You can't make everybody happy, right?
Any DJ that goes, man, I could do your job. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
and I start telling them, okay, so can you come in? Okay, so I said, all right, so because even when certain people walk up to me, they're like, man, I got this great song. I'm like, thanks, but I need like 80 songs. Yeah, you ain't really helped me out
with one, right?
One is not gonna help me out. I said, but I'll take it.
But thank you.
Especially if it rains at the stadium, everybody comes up with their rain songs. I'm like, so you really think I didn't really think about it like that? But okay, like cool, like thanks. Yeah. But you know what I mean? Everybody has like a track that they think works, but you can't just take a DJ from the club and then you think you're gonna like DJ baseball because it's not. I have to be thinking.
There's different scenarios.
There's different scenarios. Yeah. So I'm DJing. So I have my laptop like a regular DJ, but mind you, what I'm thinking. I'm thinking about the player that's coming up to bat. I'm thinking about the scenario of whether we score or what goes on here. Plus, I'm also thinking about the inning break that I have to play a song for. Yeah. If it's a dance track.
Right.
It has to be clean content. It can't. You have all races, all ages. Yeah. Friday night's different. Saturday night's different. Sunday day game is different. It's all different.
Different vibes, different energy, right?
Like, as soon as a DJ, like, as soon as you tell me they got their mind like scrambled, I'm like, you can't just jump from the club and do sports.
Do a game.
No disrespect to any. I'm not saying you're not a good DJ, but it's a whole different.
It's a different animal,
energy, right? And it's a lot.
And now, what happens? What happens when you take that into the parade, man? What were you playing at the parade?
So the parade.
Walk me through that, man.
So honestly, that's like my above all. That it's tops for me because last year when we did the parade, I didn't know what to expect.
Okay.
So.
And you're on a double-decker bus, right?
You're on the bus?
I'm on the float. I have my own float. I have my own float in the middle.
So last year, you're DJing on the float.
Yeah, I was DJing on the float. Okay. So I don't know. So in my mind, I was going, okay, the night before, I was like, how am I going to pull this off? Because I didn't know how it was going to work.
Okay.
So last year, not this year, last year, I showed up at the parade location. I'm on the float. So I'm like getting this playlist together. So I'm trying to figure out like what I'm going to do. Then all of a sudden, the players pull up and they see me and they start pointing. So I'm like, okay. And I don't even know the parade route or anything. So last year, as I was trying to play tracks, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to play West Coast like heaters and get the reaction of everybody.
Okay.
And so that's what I did last year. And so this year, coming up, I kind of did the same thing. But the difference in last year is everything was coming at me so fast, I didn't really like focus in on what the moment was.
Okay.
This year I was totally prepared moment-wise. I made my playlist of like West Coast. We had so much Kendrick to go off of, which, you know what I mean, which plays with the crowd. The reason why that's the best feeling in the world, like for me, because people were like, why weren't you at the stadium with like mustard? I was like, look, I play the stadium every day.
I'm done. 80-something games, right? Yeah.
That, for me to be on the parade, because to me, the people that go to the parade, they're like, and there was like DJ Severe like signs out there.
That's awesome.
And so the element, just picture this. So the element of you're driving down the street and it's like two buses in front of you with like Magic Johnson ownership, and that's hype. But you turn a corner, and people are hearing the music because they're spread out. But when you turn a corner and then they see you and everybody goes like like or cheers for you. It's like that's
so
like the best
cool, man.
feeling in the world to me. Like I tell you, there's nothing like that.
So you're like a legit celebrity at that point,
I mean,
bro.
you
Yeah,
feel
you're
that
part
because
of the team,
you start
man.
feeling the love because people point at you like oh, and it's like they know who. So
Yeah.
tell you, there's no better high.
Give me the highlights, man, and give me the which parade did you like best, man? I want to know what your feelings on this are.
Definitely this year better because more people, or I guess friends and family and fans, know I'm going to be on the float. So like I said, there's plenty of DJs.
You had fans out there,
and people were like, when you turn this corner, look for me in my building. Like, so it's like, and I knew what the experience was, so I knew how to like make myself focus in and enjoy it like more. And I was able to explain to other people because there was cameraman and they put 2 bobbleheads and the hype man.
Yeah.
And so before I was explaining to them like, look, it's gonna come at you fast, but slow down, like kind of enjoy. So definitely.
And then you knew you already had the experience, right?
I had the experience. It was a little bit longer, so I knew what to like look for, and it was so much easier to keep it with the West Coast, Cube, Snoop, and off the strength of the Kendrick songs and having the whole city going must. It's just like I'm telling you, just to point at people and they point back to you, and I had both my rings. You know what I mean? It just that was this one was the best.
And people showed up. It was packed, right? Like,
it was packed.
What time did the parade start? 8 o'clock.
It started at 8 o'clock. Yeah.
I got in from out of town. Man. I was in Costa Rica, so I came in. It was about 5:30 to Union Station, bro.
Yeah.
And there were still people. It was crowded. Union Station was packed.
Well, that's the funny thing. It was people. They let people in at 8. Really kick off until like 11 something.
Okay.
But people were down there at 8 o'clock. Yeah.
They showed up.
It was crazy, and it's like it's cool because there's police out there. Everybody's just like out there for the good vibe.
Mm-hmm.
No bullshit.
There were no problems.
No problems. Everybody's like cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just, to me, it's just the essence of like the real audience that respects like what I do, because I really want to like hit everybody off and please you know what I mean? I try to as much as you can.
Sure. Yeah.
Like be
Make
an
everybody
extension.
happy. Yeah.
Try to be an extension. Like I said, that's the best compliment I can get when people tell me, man, you do such a good job like at the stadium.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
dude,
awesome, man.
like I feel like every time I'm at a Dodger game, it feels just like a big ass like party.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a great vibe.
You know the dope thing about it is, I'll play music, and someone will say, "I'm the homeboy. My homeboy did that song," and I'll meet these producers off of like playing their tracks. So it's like I'm a fan of the music, and I just look for good stuff that I know works. Yeah. But just to be able to, like, somebody tells me like, man, to hear my song, like it's my dream to hear my song
for
here.
Sure.
And so just for me to do that on the strength of not somebody saying, hey, can you play my song? You know what I mean? Like, but no, just to come up on it.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a great feeling, man, because I saw. I was there with Mallow.
Right.
Mallow, me and Alicia Del Valle, Mallow, and a buddy Johnny, man. And we were sitting. She gets a Oral Hershiser.
Yeah.
So we're behind home plate, man, and we're just chilling. And boom, Mentirosa comes on, bro.
I'm sure.
Man.
And
a straight Mentirosa. Today you tell me something, y mañana otra cosa.
All right, I guess I'm going home now.
Good song, buddy. Good song. Good job, Mellow.
That is so
Mellow Mayonnaise, ladies and gentlemen. Mellow Mayonnaise.
not only that, like grew up in the real essence of hip hop. So to be able to now call these people my friends and but also be able to uplift hip hop like that, it's like dope. I was telling Maceo from the De La Soul this, like, look, I'm from the essence of hip hop, so I'm always gonna keep it alive. And like now, as long as they give me the leeway to play it, like I'm gonna play it, and I'm gonna make sure that people like remember like where the essence of this is. So that's one of the dopest parts too. Yeah. But just to make the relationships, like I got so many friends that used to be like I used to like envy that are like DJs produce. It's like crazy. And then for me to go to, like I said, I went to the De La Soul listening party the other night, and people were coming up to me like Severe. So it's like a trip for me to get all that love, and I totally appreciate that.
Yeah,
man.
that's
and I
so
work
cool,
hard at
man.
it.
Yeah, for sure. Because I mean, it's like I said, it's a great vibe, a great energy, man. It's fun to be there. Everybody's moving and grooving, and it's just fun environment, man.
It's always
and you
Usher telling
create
me,
that.
man, you have my whole section like
Yeah,
and I
grooving,
love
man,
to
for
hear
sure,
that, man. I
for
love to
sure.
hear that. I love to hear that.
Hey, DJ Severe. So obviously LA, man, a lot of Latinos, right?
Right.
And on Fernando night,
Yeah.
and Adrian Gonzalez was a big fan, a fan favorite here,
Right,
and
right.
he had the Mexican song Mariachi Loco.
Yeah.
And what other Spanish songs do you get to play, man, where people enjoy this type of music?
First off, he hated like
Is
mariachi.
that right?
And I told him when he first got, I was like, if you pick that song, you can never
change
that song. Like you can never change that song.
What song was it?
Mariachi
It's called
Loco.
Mariachi Loco.
Hey,
Okay.
hey.
Okay,
The
yeah.
crowd
Mariachi
goes
Loco
nuts.
quiere
And
bailar.
I tried to tell Verdugo the same thing when he
Okay.
picked
Voler.
yeah, I was like, dude, if you pick that song,
You're stuck with
you're
it.
stuck with that song. Don't ever change. Because first off, I'm gonna get the heat. Like, why you change?
Why'd you
I'm gonna
change
tell,
it?
I'm gonna tell him
Yeah.
that's not me. There was one time, and then Adrian added a second song because he was like, dude,
I'm tired of it.
I'm tired of it. I want to put another song. I said, yeah, you can add a second song, but you cannot take that song away.
Yeah.
And so I remember the first couple times I did it, someone from security called up. Was like, can you tell us why the DJ's not playing? Like, we had to explain to him.
Is
Like,
that
first
right?
off, you're security. You don't have nothing to do with
Yeah,
this.
who are you?
Second of all, he picked like a second song.
Okay. What
But-
song was that? Do you remember, bro?
It was another Latin song, but it was a more clubby. It was a more clubby song.
Yeah.
Now, I know that the essence of the core audience is there.
Okay.
So I like to play Los Tigres,
Okay.
like Danzo Carudo. And it's like I know when to I know
pop
when
it in
to save
there?
it. Especially when I want to, if it's the right moment and I can let it like breathe enough. Because I usually try to get it. That's one of the songs I can go to when, no matter how the team is doing, if we're getting blasted, like on an inning break, I can kick that and I know everybody's gonna like dance,
Okay.
or they're gonna sing and you can hear it. And I'd like to. It helps me to be really well versed in the Latin music and what I play. Like before, I kind of knew some. I love salsa and I love but to know like the bachatas and the merengues and the bandas, that kind of like woke me up, because now even when I go do like other parties like that, I got that like
You got
handled
it in the
because
bag,
of-
huh?
because I know like the music and I respect the
Right.
music and I understand like the art form like kind of like behind it. I respect that music, but I know anytime in the stadium if I want to get like some real like
Get that
noise
energy.
going, get that energy going, then I can go to that. But my favorites, even Selena, like you know what I mean,
for
playing
sure.
that, you
That's
know
still
what I mean?
big hits,
Yeah,
right?
still big hits. You see like the people dancing, which is what that's when it goes back to my DJ mind. Like I just wanted to get the reaction, and I wanted you to hear something good, something that resonates with you and your family,
Yeah.
that you have like a memory for. So like even the chant that people always text me, certain people I know, like, hey, play chant, you know what I mean? And I try to fit it in like where I can, and just like get the crowd going. But all the Latin stuff listen makes the crowd move. You know?
It's a big hit.
Yeah, it's a big hit, and it's like I know it's probably a trip that most people don't know that the DJ for the Dodgers is black. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it's like,
yeah.
so I
You're
know I
playing all
trip
the-
people
all the
out when I play
jams.
all
Yeah,
the jams.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And I try not to wear it out. I try to like pick and choose and like my spots. But
Right.
I respect it a lot.
Hey, I haven't heard "Don't Stop Believing" in a while. Do you play that anymore or no?
Nah.
That's like more like a San Francisco Giants song,
That's,
right?
Well, I remember
that's definitely their song.
Yeah, because they're
That's
fucking
definitely their
journeys
song.
from San
And
Francisco.
we tie that more with like I got a funny story about this. They tie that more with the old ownership.
Yeah. So
Not
what
so much
I was
ownership.
gonna say, because when I was a kid, that was like one of the songs that I, connected the Dodgers with.
Yeah.
When I go now, I don't hear it. I'm like,
No
oh, man, what
shit,
happened to
huh?
this
Yeah,
song?
yeah.
That's
It's
interesting.
funny because me and the sound guy Patrick, we always there's this media guy there named Normie, and when we would play that song every night, he would just be looking at us. Like he would yell into us in the media, that song's about prostitution, and he's like, when you find out what it's about, you're like, yeah, Dad. So, but
I had no idea.
Me either, bro.
Listen to the words.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's about prostitution. that chick's a prostitute. So he's like, and they're telling her, don't stop believing.
Don't stop believing.
That's what that song's about.
I didn't know that, man.
That's what that song's about. So
Childhood.
Yeah.
Like, ruined.
Ruined, bro. Your favorite jam.
it became
man.
such a joke to us that we would play it, and me and Patrick would look over at Norman. And he just be going crazy, and so it became like a funny moment for us. But everybody else is like thinking it's like, oh yeah, but that song's about prostitution. And he's
crazy.
like, he would always come over and tell us about it. But that's another thing why I respect the older songs.
Yeah.
It's the innuendos, and it's like not so much in your face.
It's
not right in your face,
blatant
and you
shit,
have to figure out what it's about. What it's about.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
We just figured that out,
Yeah,
bro.
because you play that song goes to every wedding. Everybody's like cheering. But it's like,
I mean, now I like it for another reason.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like,
for
songs
sure.
about prostitution. Like, well, the song's about prostitution.
That is too funny, man.
You know
Now
what
I
I
got to
mean?
listen to it a little
Yeah,
better.
listen to the
for
words.
sure.
It's like that's what it's about. I'm not giving away like trade secrets, but that's what that song's about. That song's
That's
about
crazy.
prostitution.
That's
And he
pretty
would
cool.
normally would scream that song's about prostitution. We would just laugh and we would like point back. It was like there's a lot of good
So
stories.
when
like
you
that.
got
awesome.
there, was that song still being played or not anymore?
Yeah, it was, and I think it lasted 2 seasons with me playing it, and it would depend on. So the guy, you remember the guy that they would always be a guy that would sing along with it, and we would put him up on camera. Yeah. So he would give us a heads up as to if he was going to be at the game, and so that's when we would kind of
play it.
That one and Living on a Prayer. That was the one.
Living on a
Bon
Prayer.
Jovi.
That
Yeah.
was one
Bon
of the ones we
Jovi,
played.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, but see, and that's another thing. We kind of like got out like I love how our management like stretches out there a little bit more with like the hip hop, and we like even I thought it was dope even us to reach out to like Cube and bring that essence, because with the old school Latin and then the old school hip hop, that's what really the essence of like LA. So to have those two going, it's like I never thought I would see Ice Cube bringing the trophy in a 57
That's
Chevy.
crazy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because that's
That's like
because back that was hard. They were hardcore back
right.
then, man.
That's so not
Yeah.
baseball. So to be able to do that
Blend
and see
it
them
and
merge
mesh,
that,
yeah.
and it also helps me because now it gives me more license to play like more hip hop and get it out there, because if you have Ice Cube and you have like Kendrick, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just
Opens the door.
It opens the door.
For sure,
And
for
for the
sure.
longest, that was one of those are songs I would have to worry about playing, because it's like, okay, it's hip hop, and it's like it was back in the day or back in the time when they would judge the music on the hip hop artist, like, you know what I mean, or
for sure.
so someone have said. And it's like you said, like, you know, it sounds cliche, but they're just telling the stories like of the streets. Is not bad and it's truthful, like, but just like don't get so caught up in the words, but just like
It's the music.
respect like the genre
Yeah.
of music. I mean, because like it or not, good or bad, that was the essence of West Coast
For
rap.
sure,
That's
yeah.
the essence of like West Coast, like in the 90s, and what it's like built on. And some of the biggest Dodger fans are like Latin and
For sure,
black.
Latin
You know
and
what I
black.
mean?
That's
what
the
we grew
base,
up on.
man. Yeah, we're
So
like
we grew up on.
Latinos
Baseball's
and
always
blacks.
been very white. So
It has.
Yeah.
It's just like
it's
like
also you have to think about, like, I wonder how many kids are now influenced to baseball just because they heard Kendrick.
Right,
You know,
right.
a lot of rap.
It's a definite
in
influence, but
baseball.
also in that, it gives them a chance to see another way to make a living or hear or see their culture being expressed.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure, yeah.
On a grand stage, because now
Yeah.
you have it's international now. You got like the top 3 players or the top players are Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
And look what they do with hip hop and lowriders in
Right.
Japan. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you
They have a
merge
cholo culture
they
out
have
there,
cholo
dressed
culture out
up,
there.
man.
Like, you go
That's
out there,
crazy.
their hair
Yeah.
is so it's like
Right.
you take those cultures and you marry it together. The team's doing good, and you know you just it's such a great time. And I have to tell myself to really enjoy it. That's why I do the podcast, because just to share.
Your
To
story,
share the
yeah,
story
'cause-
and the inside behind
Yeah,
it, because
because that's a background that we
Yeah.
man, I didn't
Yeah.
know this, and you know
Yeah.
it's pretty interesting. It's amazing. It's like a
Yeah.
great story, man. It's
Yeah.
very cool, and to have you a World Series champ, man,
Yeah.
and you're part of the team, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you can you show us your ring, man?
Yeah,
Let's see what that
For
looks
sure.
like, man.
for sure. We'll pull out 2024.
That's a 2024, huh?
2024.
pick it up a little bit. Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, it means
so
a lot.
you have how many do you have now?
So it's in hand 2.
Okay.
We'll start ordering 3 probably February, March.
Is that right?
Yeah, and so it's like that's another thing too. For me to be a sports DJ and have 3 rings is like crazy. There's only one other DJ that has more than me right now. I'm leading LA.
Nice.
Like nobody can touch me in LA. Like
Nice.
everybody has one in LA. Like Rouche for the Lakers has one. Mosky, who used to do the Rams, has one. So I'm leading LA. But
Beautiful.
But DJ D Sharp for the Golden State Warriors, he has 4. So I need to get one more to catch him.
One more.
And then I'll be like
You're
up
good
at the
to
top.
go.
But
Yeah,
like
man,
right now, MLB, I run MLB.
Hey, you think?
far
Do
as
you think? What are your thoughts, man? Do you think we're gonna go 3-peat? What do you?
I do
what
think
you
we
thinking?
are because I'm hearing like moves we're making now. That's the one thing too. It's crazy to see the management dedicated to
Yeah.
winning, and you got so many people hating on us for
sure.
just spending money that
Yeah.
they didn't want to spend
Yeah.
because it's making them like look bad. Even Andrew Friedman, he's like one of the like I walk by when I see Andrew, he always comes up and gives me a pound, and he says, "I'll
Nice.
never trade you away." It's like that's like
That's
the
so
dope.
cool,
So it's like
man.
for me to know like
Yeah.
Andrew
He's
is
keeping
dope.
you, man.
It's dope. And my mom passed away like in July.
And I'm sorry to hear that, man. My condolences,
and
my
the
brother.
Dodgers, they just you know what I mean. And my mom,
The
if
family.
she was big on what I did. She always, you know, one of my best things was coming back and her knowing the schedule and like or asking, "You got Dodgers?" So I mean, it was like
Nice,
dope.
nice.
But then
Connection.
at her funeral it was a big L.A. You know what
Oh,
I mean?
very
and then
nice.
like so it was dope.
Very nice,
Yeah,
very
they really-
nice,
they
man.
really
Because you were
are.
really close to her.
Yeah. She's the main one who taught me like music, and even now, so I have Mama New Love right here, and that's a
Oh, very cool.
That's a shit. Whose song is this? Anthony Hamilton.
Okay.
So his song "Mama New Love," and that's how I kind of like got it for it. You know what I mean?
Nice.
But like and I have
Nice.
my butterflies in my room, but because it's just my mom taught me music.
That's
She taught me
beautiful.
music.
That's
She taught me
beautiful,
music.
man. And you know, growing up black, Latino, man, we're mama's boys,
Yeah,
bro.
it's my mama's voice.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? And that's the dope thing about growing up in Pasadena too. It's like I didn't experience growing up in Alton, Pasadena. We didn't experience racism, and so I've grown up with Latin, white. Like you walk, that's
all good,
I knew
yeah.
the culture from day one. I mean, I can remember learning how to put like tortillas straight on the stove and,
Yeah,
and
straight
like
flip
butter
'em.
like that. That's so much after you
There
like
you
play
go.
it and you
Yeah.
just flip them. So it's
Nice.
like my main friends like since I've been young, it's always been like you know be Latin and black. And we all played together.
That's
so I don't
awesome.
even know. That's one of the dopest things about where I grew up. It's like I never experienced like any racism. We just grew up with like everybody.
That is so cool,
And it's like
man.
it's just fitting now that to be able to it's just fitting now to be able to merge those two cultures and to take what I've learned, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
And
for
it's just
sure.
like cuz I mean you got to love everybody. It's kind of hard now with the climate we have now and
Mm-hmm.
it's like we need more people like bringing people together and loving everybody because we all we got. You know what I mean? We're all we got.
Yeah, yeah, man. That's a beautiful thing, man. And just to kind of wrap things up, right, who are your favorite players, man, or favorite situations that you've been
wow.
in? That give me your favorites,
Wow.
man.
My all-time favorite player is Dusty Baker, all-time
Is
favorite.
that right?
Yeah, all-time favorite. I even got to tell him when the All-Star game was here, I went down on the field and he was obviously on the other side. Everybody hated him because it was Astro, but I don't
Yeah.
trip. I mean, he wasn't the coach when they cheated.
He
Right,
brought
right.
the respect back.
And he
brought
was
the
a
respect back.
he was a
But
great
I
manager,
I
man.
remember going down having a conversation like, man, like you're my favorite Dodger. He's like, really? It's like, what do you do here? It's like I told him I was a DJ. Oh, really? So he starts talking about Snoop and this, that, and the other. And he said, where'd you grow up? And I grew up in Pasadena. He's like, really? He's like, we used to run track. Y'all used to kick our ass. But I spent like 20 minutes like talking to like Dusty Baker.
That is so cool, man.
And that was dope. And then like my all-time favorite like friends are like Matt Kemp, obviously Justin Turner, Andre Ethier. Andre Ethier gives me love every time. He makes sure he comes up like to the booth like every time. Dave Roberts, I love like Dave Roberts because I mean like he's like genuine. We got such
Nice.
consistently we have such a group of
Good guys.
good guys that are all just like really genuine and cool. Even for like Vesey, I'm like pressed for him and what
for
they're going
sure,
through.
man. That was sad. Yeah.
He's always been cool with me. But like really, I'm gonna tell you this, like being up where I am, and to like even now, like when I talk to Oral like every day, like as a friend. When I talk to Rick, like when Rick Monday comes up to me and he's like, "Oh, so you're not gonna talk?" So it's like I get to talk to like Rick Monday like every day, before Vin pass, every Sunday when you go in, you get coffee and Vin's like there, and Vin just like talk to you like, "Hey, how's your family? How's your mom?" You know what I mean?
Is that
just
right?
talk to
He's
you,
like friends.
He's just like friends. No baseball talk, like nothing.
That is so cool, man.
Like, it's a trip for me even as a DJ. Like I've put together like the mixes for Tommy Lasorda's funeral and then Ben Scully's funeral, and then like even the celebrations when you go up. Like I get to play. I get to say I play. Not every DJ gets to say like I get to play music for those like certain events, like
those
that
people.
it's like
for those situations.
The situations,
yeah.
and then just to like talk to them. I'm telling you, Vin was just as genuine. Like, hey, how you doing? Like. Not
and the iconic it's time for Dodgers.
And it was
baseball.
funny even for Fernando. Like I would see Fernando every day. I just give him a fist bump. And I can remember like probably the season before he passed, he was like, "Amigo, you never asked me to sign anything." I was like, "Nah, Fernando, I just like being able to talk to you like every day and like see you." He's like, "Well, everybody else." I was like, "Nah, I'm not like here for that. I'm not here for that. You know what I mean? I just like to see
genuine
you.
friendship.
I just like to see you in your essence, like doing your thing. So that is really a trip to me to be able to like, because when I was going to Dodger Stadium during Fan Appreciation Day when I was a kid, it's like but to be able to not have these people as my friends. When I go on the road, when me and my girl, when we go on the road, like when we follow the team on the road, we usually go up to the booth with Oral, like he gives us his tickets, anything you need. I mean, so and then just that essence, just to be that deeply engraved into the whole Dodger history.
Dodger family,
because I've been
man.
a family. Like, and that's another thing. Like when my mom and my dad used to take me to games. You know what I mean? It's just all like full circle.
It's like a dream, man.
It's like a dream, and that's why I tell myself, it's like even my kids, they don't sweat me. They're like, "Dad, we know you're busy, but we know you're building like a career," and it's just like it's like dope. Like people say I'm a celebrity. I don't feel like a celebrity. I just feel like I'm like blessed, but I do respect the opportunity that I've been given.
Yeah.
And like I said, I work hard at it, and I try to just like, you know what I mean? Like,
and you're great at it, man.
As long as people tell me that the vibe is there, it's dope. That I know I'm doing my job.
Yeah, for sure, man.
You know
because the few games that I was there, and like I said, I was there with Mello, and we had a blast, man. And great vibes. Everything you do, at the stadium there, which we didn't know. I mean, I didn't know that so much went into it, and it's just it's a lot, man, and you do a great job, brother.
You, bro.
So, thank you for fucking being a part of this, brother.
Really quick, the song that goes crazy now, dude, is when Beady Beady Bum Bum comes out.
Yeah.
Bro.
Selena?
Dude, the Dodger babes lose it.
All the ladies love Bonda, so everybody's just like screaming, so it's like crazy. Yeah, for sure.
He knows what he's doing.
No, he definitely knows. He definitely knows what he's doing. He definitely knows what he's doing. You know what I mean? The ladies love Kike and Bonda. You can't like get around it.
Hey, real quick, bro. What are your thoughts on Bad Bunny performing at the Super Bowl, dude? Do you think what do you think about that and people making a big deal about that?
When you're on this side of the production side of it, and you see like the different things, and especially off the strength of us like using like Ice Cube, to me it's only fitting that first off Jay-Z is in charge of it, and he's like a smart businessman. So, I love Bad Bunny. Everybody loves like Bad Bunny. One of my favorite places to go is even Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico's like so dope, but I think it's only fitting. I mean, where else like can you go? And it shouldn't be political, at least to me.
Right.
Like, I don't see how it's like not American, because Puerto Rico is part of
US,
America.
yeah, for
part
sure.
of the U.S. But like a lot of dummies don't like know that or act like
they want to deport his ass back to Mexico.
You know what I mean? And to me, the music is a dope essence of hip hop and like Latin music.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a great like merger. And I always look at it from a musical standpoint. Like, look, I know if I do a party, and no matter if it's black people, white people, or Latin people, if you put on Bad Bunny, it's like
people are gonna move.
I think he's dope.
Yeah.
And that's what, to me,
that's a good choice.
That's a good choice, and that's always been the essence of the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like putting the best artists out there. I remember when Prince did it, Beyonce did it. That's what you do. You take the top artists, and who else you gonna take? Kendrick already did it. Who else you gonna take but a Bad Bunny?
You got to.
Like, you have to. I mean, and then to make it political, like, what are you making it political for? Like, well, how is that taken away from anything? If anything,
Yeah, they're saying it's un-American.
right?
It's like he's from the U.S.
If anything, that's showing love to the people in the world who you need to show love to, and that's just what it is. I mean, we hopefully we get out of this whole bad vibe that we're caught up in, and then at least we can get some semblance of love thy neighbor,
community,
I mean?
for sure,
community. Because we're heading in like a crazy place.
Yeah, we're definitely in a bad place.
We're definitely in a bad place. But like, for instance, like, you know, you just gotta love everybody, man. You know what I mean? Black, brown, whatever. Like, you know, there's room for everybody. We're all here together. Let's just figure it out. And also too, at least a big reason why we are where we are is because the music doesn't bring us together anymore, and there's not enough good vibes to kind of like level out or ground people. You know what I mean? Like when I grew up on the radio, it's a party song, an uplifting song. You know what I mean? You had
love song, sad song,
something that you could actually that could actually insert your like mental. Now everything's.
Let me ask you this:
It's crazy.
Do you think, because we said earlier that hip hop is female, right, and they rap about things that's not family friendly,
right?
Do you think that's by design?
Yeah. A lot of people don't know. It's like, you realize, and it's not to get into a long diatribe, but it's like we don't run the record labels. You know what I mean? And there's plenty of good music out there. It just doesn't sell, and it's like they sell that to our people. Like you know what I mean? Like you talk about like WAP, and it's like everybody wants to like talk, but that shouldn't be 100% of like what it is. But it's like, if it makes money, I mean, come on. Like, and I would recommend that De La Soul album is incredible. And even Mace, when he got up and spoke, he said, look, we're the youngest genre of music. And he said, we got to respect one another. He said, for your old heads, stop talking down to the young heads. Like, because if you keep talking, if you bring them heat, all they're going to do is bring you heat. So just kind of like respect it and then see where it's going. He's like, even if you don't get down with this album that we put out now, like somewhere down the line when your mind like wakes up, we're trying to make the music for like everybody. But it's just like, give us everything. Who was coming up? We had the sexual like records, but then you also had like something to balance out. Like you have the gangster rap, you had the Tribe Called Quest. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it was ways for everybody to incorporate like everything in it. But don't just give us everything over sexualized, which I get it, and that's cool. And then like don't even dumb down the females to that. You know what I mean? Like let them be able to, because I'm sure they want to say something like other than that. You know what I mean? And this, and this, we know about the sex part of it. Like teach us something like else. Not any knock on anybody, because like when I do the weddings, people say we get ratchet. Okay, cool. Here you go. Glow real. You know what I mean?
Get ratchet.
That's what ratchet is. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And it's a beauty to see. Like even when I did a wedding like last weekend. And that's what's dope too. I like when Dodger fans like search me out and say, "Do you do weddings?" I'm like, yeah, I do weddings.
That's cool,
and
man.
I do like weddings for them. And it's like,
there you go. And how do they get a hold of you? Your Instagram?
Instagram. They usually like
here we go.
If you want to
shout it out, man. Put it out.
The real DJ Severe. That's my Instagram. The real DJ Severe. So they'll shoot me a DM. Like you can tell us they're like kind of like, "Do you do weddings?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do weddings." And then like they'll ask me how much, and that's like, it's fun. You know the funny thing is, like, it's like a gift and a curse. I'm never booked on New Year's. Okay. And I'm never booked on Halloween, because everybody always thinks
you're already booked.
I'm already booked, or I'm too like expensive. Like now you're gonna pay me, but
for sure.
I'm hardly ever booked like on New Year's. But so this one chick, she was like, "So will you do it?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll do weddings." Like I was like, I love doing weddings, and so we went through like the whole process, and then like the whole family that has fun. But then it's like I'll become like the focal point, because as soon as they say. Like the Dodger,
DJ Severe,
like everybody's
Dodger
like
DJ,
over, you know what I mean? So it's like,
so you become the celebrity, man.
Like the celebrity at the wedding. So it's like I'm not saying you got to do that, because I still love the essence of just doing
that's awesome,
like the
man.
wedding. But yeah, I do weddings, because it's like like I just love still being that part of being a DJ.
Yeah,
I'm
for
itching
sure.
to like DJ like stuff like that.
That's awesome.
You know,
man.
what I mean?
That's
But
awesome.
yeah, I do weddings. Hit me
That's
up.
very cool. So hit them up. You need a wedding.
Yeah,
but,
I'll do
but
weddings. Yeah, I'll do weddings.
You did Chris Taylor's foundation.
Yes.
We hung out there. There's a
Yes.
bunch of celebrities. Obviously, the baseball players. Fernando was still alive
Yeah.
when I we ran into you with Mello.
Yeah. I do a
George
lot of the golf
Lopez,
tournaments.
right?
Yeah, I do a lot of the golf tournaments. I just did the Down syndrome one. Like, you know what I
Okay.
mean? So it's like it's all about giving back. And that's what I like too. It's like we're all in the community
Yeah.
giving back. We play golf together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I love to see us having our own tournaments.
For sure,
And
for
everybody
sure.
like coming together for good causes.
Right.
It's a party because it's
Yeah,
like
it's always
they
a
don't
party,
know,
man.
They don't know what
Yeah.
you haven't seen a lit ass golf course like when we're out there. Like it's a party. But that's what it's about.
Me and DJ Severe, man, that's how I met you. First time
yeah.
we were out golfing, and it's Mallow. We had a little Rasa golf,
yeah,
man.
the
You were
Rasa
out
golf,
there,
yeah.
And this dude's super cool, man,
Oh.
down to earth. You've always been very humble, super nice guy, man. So it was always a pleasure, playing with you. Pleasure meeting you.
Yes,
and just appreciate you coming out, man. You're a good guy, good friend. I consider you a friend, and thank you so much for coming in and sharing your story, man.
Yes, bro.
And is there anything else you want to talk about and plug in, man, before we say bye to the community here?
No, man, just
All right, if you have a message, bro, someone trying to be a DJ,
Ooh,
loves music,
yeah.
some
Ooh,
message
dope.
to them.
So if you're trying to be a DJ, okay, first off, ask yourself why you're trying to be a DJ. Like, because it's down moments, it's up moments.
You have to have that passion,
You have to have that passion.
the real why.
You have to have a passion. You can't just quit your job and be like, I'm gonna go be a DJ. Because you'll go out here downtown LA telling you somebody's do your club, they're gonna throw you $200. So you gotta be willing to take the $200 gigs and the $1,200 gigs and the $4,000 gigs. You gotta know your catalog. Always make sure your equipment's together, but just also know why it is you want to be a DJ. And study your catalog so that if someone calls you and they're 40 and 50, you have plenty of music to cover a 6-hour like party. And then just respect the craft.
Nice.
Learn your stuff. Don't just be out here sync button, like mixing. Respect the DJs that are out here that are still doing it, that are over 40, over 50, because those are your peers and they're going to respect you for wanting to like learn the craft. I'll always talk to anybody about becoming a DJ.
Do you mentor? Do you mentor?
I
younger
do
DJs?
mentor.
Is that a good thing to do? Is find a mentor?
It definitely is.
Yeah.
It definitely is. It's like, and I recommend if you want to learn and you're really serious about it, get your money together. Go to Beat Junkie School. Go to one of the DJ schools. They're gonna teach you like the essence. So then I've seen everyone who graduates from like Beat Junkies, they go out, they're successful. Even if you just want to learn for fun, like take the
Nice.
classes to learn. Go back to vinyl. Like learn the whole essence of it. It'll even enrich you in your DJ. I want to go to Beat Junkie School because a lot of us are self-taught, but when you go get the tricks from it's all about getting the tricks. Like I can teach you my tricks, but you wanna learn the tricks from the masters and how they like teach it. Because believe it or not, the essence of the DJ in LA, it resonates even more than in New York. Because New York, when it was created in New York, it was about break beats and for the parties and like the park. LA was for skating, not so much dancing, but pop locking. So it's a different essence of DJing. They both married together, but it is to me, LA is more of a love for the music and not so much the showmanship of turntablism and like different things.
Yeah.
It's more just about doing a party because people like when you go to a party, no knock on turntablism, but most people just want to hear the vibe. They want to hear you scratching like all over the record. You know, people want to like
enjoy
dance
the
and
music and dance.
They want to enjoy the music and like dance. So it's like a real party. To me, the best parties like because we have backyard boogies. They didn't have backyard boogies in New York. We have backyard boogies where you look in the corner. There's a DJ. And I always like to go hear the DJ. It's just being a DJ is nothing like it, man.
You got to have that passion, man. Because
you
you talk about it, bro. You can feel the passion, man.
If you really think about it, most songs that you would think about that you go, oh, I love that song. There's a memory right there that you have of something about that song
sure.
that
For
makes
sure.
you feel
connected to
some
something.
type of way,
Yeah.
connected to
Yeah.
something. That song, other than it being a good song, you're gonna remember a party you went to.
For sure.
Now,
female-
now,
your
I'm
first
thinking about
girl?
prostitution.
With Don't Stop Believing.
Don't stop believing. Sorry to give you that image. But
That
like,
is too
it's just a
funny.
funny. It's just a funny tidbit. Hey, you know, something about prostitution. People go like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like even like Candyman, like Mary Jane. It's about cocaine.
Yeah, that's crazy,
You know what I mean?
man.
People don't realize that, but it's like, damn, you know what I mean? It's funny. You think about it, like as a kid, you're dancing all these songs, and your parents don't even tell you what it is, but you dance about. It's
For sure. For
It's
sure.
crazy, but that's the beauty of music and the essence of music, man. Like, yeah, oh yeah. Also, any of my mixes, like I make mixes, and my mixes are on my Mixcloud. So you go to my Mixcloud, and I make timeless mixes. So it's like I don't make mixes for new songs of the day because those are here today, gone tomorrow.
Okay.
So I have all my 90s playlists, all my 80s playlists, all my I have freestyle up there. I have everything.
Nice.
up there.
Everything, huh?
So it's like
Very cool.
Is that a website, Mixcloud?
Mixcloud. Mixcloud. You go in, download the app, and there's millions of DJs on there, and then you could just vibe out, see what you want. If you follow me, all my mixes are available for you to play anytime,
Really cool.
and then like so you'll get them. So it's like if you
Perfect.
don't want
We'll
to,
plug
if
it
you just
in
like
there.
if you just buy your pool or having a party, you just turn on the mixes. and
Oh,
it's just
nice.
It's like tons of music on there.
That's
Tons
awesome.
yeah. So yeah, that's what. I
Yeah,
do.
we get that Dodger
Yes.
DJ vibe,
Yes,
man.
yes, yes.
World Series champion back to
Yes,
back.
back to back.
That's
Back to
amazing,
back.
man. We're gonna go for a three-peat.
On 3 feet.
So you're gonna come back? You're gonna come back with that third ring, my man. Once you get that third ring.
You have me, I'll be back with it.
Oh man, that's what I was talking about, bro.
Yeah.
I love that ring. Show that ring one more time, man.
go.
That's awesome.
There we go.
Again, man, DJ Severe, we appreciate you coming out, brother. Nothing but love for you. Thank you so much,
bro.
man.
Love you,
I
bro.
really appreciate
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
bro.
bro. Yeah,
Really
bro.
appreciate
Anytime.
you. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna wrap this up. Thank you for tuning in to another episode here at the Sereno Insider Podcast. We appreciate you, and we'll be back next week with a new episode and a new guest. Thank you.